Hello. Hi. Guess who it is? Puts hands over your eyes. That's a weird gesture that people do, isn't it? If you just think about it for a moment. Pretty strange. Hold on, let me stall for time. Stalling, 1 second. Not looking up anything. Or opening various software that I need to do things in. Just don't even worry about it. Just keep thinking about how weird it is that people do that guess who it is gesture. Alright, I got everything open. We're all good. So yeah, we're gonna be doing page stuff today. Let me see, let me check my pen is working right. It looks to be working correctly. So we're gonna open that there up, and we're gonna switch on over to that there thing. Wow. A little bit of housekeeping, first and foremost. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I am struggling to break out of this sort of southern accent, this sort of Tennessee-esque accent. I don't know why. I think, you know what it was earlier? I was doing an impression of a character from film earlier. Just walking around my house by myself, like a normal person. Like a normal individual, a healthy individual would. I gotta export this as a JPEG. It was, what's his name? I should look that up. I should have looked that up while I was looking other stuff up. Here, I'll look it up right now. It was Lieutenant Aldo Rain from Inglourious Bastards, as portrayed by Brad Pitt. It's just a fun accent to do. Especially when you start talking about scalping Nazis. That's just that's a good time for all. Men, women, and children. Invite the whole family over for Nazi scalping. And I want my 100 dead Nazi scalps. It's just, you know, it's wholesome family fun. And you will get me 100 Nazi scalps, or you will die trying. It's such a good, it's a fun accent to do. Just walking around your house. You know, it's good that nobody, you don't want to do that when other people are in the house, because if people just hear you monologuing to yourself about scalping Nazis, or anyone in general, it's probably not going to go over that well. I'm still opening stuff, 1 second. I wanted to take this thumbnail and I wanted to... Wait, we have the JPEG, don't we? Or do I have to re-export it as a ping? I'm gonna re-export it. Because this is the vertical thumbnail, which you will, like, never see on Webtoons. This is the square format, which is actually what the thumbnail of your series is going to appear as, for the most part. So I just got a file open on this one. And then we will adjust... Oh, I just opened the PNG. Oh, I see what's going on here. I'm quite simply dumb. Okay, let's fix that. There... No, what is happening? Why does it just... make... Alright. Fine, you wanna play hardball? We'll play freaking hardball. That's what I thought. Now get on out of here. Now, I think that's just... Yeah, that's just appropriately scaled to begin with, but we can raise it up. Who did that song? You raise me up. He rolls the R's. Does he roll the R's, or is that a headcanon thing? Is it like a Mandela effect thing that I've incepted into my own brain? Let's zoom out. Yeah, that would look like a pretty decent... Would you click on that? I'd click on that. I think I'd click on that from this far away. That's a cool looking character, in my opinion, because I designed it. But yeah, I think that's pretty decent. We'll just save that. Let's see where the info is, actually, before we do anything. Where would the info be? Yeah, no, that's good. You can still see the important bit, which is the face. So we'll just work with that. Perfect! Save that. File export as a ping. Save that as the square thumbnail. And great todaze. That's all I wanted to do with that. I just wanted to make sure that was all set up. So that's all good. Now we can get back to the actual thing that page, or that thumbnail rather, is actually for. And we can start right now. I do want to finish this page today, and I do want to start thumbnailing the other stuff. Which is to say the next page. I didn't find any videos, any good videos on how to render blood, by the way. That did not come across naturally in my feed. I didn't find any good ones. Did I say good ones? I don't remember. Regardless, I couldn't find many good ones. That's the wrong pencil, you daft punk, you. Oh, that's right, it's got to be on size 6 brush. There we go. How tall would he be if he was hiding behind this little thing here? I guess he'd be pretty tall. He'd be like down here. It was, yeah, he's like that tall. That's a pretty tall lad, actually. He's taller than this dude. Kinda. Well, it's like about the same height. Quick and dirty perspective. Just hide a little guard behind this bed frame here. Nobody will even know. They'll get the idea. Oh, now it doesn't want to work. Now my tools don't want to work. Just randomly. Okay. I get it, Clip Studio. I see how it is. Try again. Now you don't want to freaking work. How about now? What about? Okay, now they're back to working normally. I don't know, dude. Technology's supposed to make our lives easier. Did I just draw that? What did I even draw? What is this on? What layer? Is this a new layer? Okay, good. I didn't mess that up, at least. And then we'll just rotate him so he's a little bit more upright. A bit more of an upstanding gentleman. Now I gotta sketch out some fools again. Let's, Yo, it's freaking Midna's Lament, y'all. She's MFing sad. You know, I don't know why they call it Midna's Lament. She's not really sad in this scene where this song plays. She's kind of like dead. Or dying. She's not dead. She would never die. Not as long as I'm around to keep the legacy alive. Now this gentleman needs to be relocated, I think. I'm kind of just trying a freehand perspective, which is never... You're not supposed to do that. You really should plan out with, like, boxes and spheres and stuff what your characters are going to be angled at. At least try to make it work somewhat mathematically. That's all perspective is math. Gross, disgusting math. But luckily at some point you can kind of just wing it. Not the case with real math, unfortunately. Or maybe you can. My brain personally never got to the point where it could just sort of wing math. There's probably some people out there that can do that, though. I am not among them. Amongst them? Among us? Not among us. Back to the crying anime girl eye tutorials. That kind of looks good. That's how you know you're making a comic. When you're making stuff and you have to say, that kind of looks good. I could almost tolerate that. But I have to move on. So it's good enough. That's just the truth of it. Maybe move his head up a bit. It looks like he doesn't really have much of a neck to stand on. That's not the phrase. You don't want to stand on your neck regardless. Yeah, he did need that neck surgery to give himself one. Esophageal lengthening surgery. It's cosmetic and functional. Now let's just move this a bit. Maybe his helmet needs to be taller. How tall did I make these dang things? Seems to work. Yeah, I think these two guards will do. I don't think I need a third one. Which is what I'm saying, just so I can move on from this page more quick-like. With more expediency, because I do need to. Do I have a version of this page that I want to look at just for me? This better not bring this up on screen. Okay, it won't. Good. Yep, that looks like that. Okay. That's still white. Get on down. In the depths of the value spectrum. Ooh. Does that look right? Does this look... Does anyone... Rhetorical question. Didn't even finish it, but it's rhetorical. Here's a question. Does anyone else have seasonal allergies that are exploding these days? Because I feel like I've had that for the past couple of weeks. They just will not leave me alone. I get no respite. Just a lot of actual spit. From all the freaking sneezing I've been doing. There ain't no rest for the wicked? That song was good. I wish anybody talked about any of their other songs. This song reminds me, there's a bit in this movie where Ashitaka strings up his bow, Princess Mononoke that is, for anyone not in the know yet. He strings up a longbow because one of the things you'll do when you're making a comic is research a billion topics that you never thought you'd have to research. And keeping a bow strung for long periods of time, as you would see in like a D&D campaign or any RPG character or any movie, is keeping your bow strung for a long period of time, as with like a cross-continental adventure, would wear it down pretty bad over time. It's bad for the health of the bow, and it will reduce the draw power, the firing power, all of that. Bend it out of shape. Everything nasty that you would want to happen to a bow, that's what happens if you keep it strung. So what would most likely actually be the case is that they would whip the bow out and string it in like the span of 5 to 10 seconds, and then you'd be ready for combat. And I did so much research on all that. I had to figure out what would be the more viable options in like a more... I was going for like a pseudo-realism thing. That's the kind of thing with this comic. At the very least, I'm trying to ground my combat in a little bit of realism. Not too much, because then it gets boring. And then it's like, why are you even making a fantasy series if you're going to play it by the books, by the real numbers? No. I want flips and dips and anime bullshit just like anybody else. Anybody else with a pulse, any red-blooded American. But I also want it to make a little bit of sense to my brain. Like the magic system, it's based on forms of energy. I've brought this up before. Based on like kinetic energy, heat, light, motion, all that. So I have a basis in science for my magic. And in that sense, I wanted to have a similar vibe for the actual weaponry that certain characters use, like Blair. She's the one with the long black hair. She showed up on streams, and I've designed her, or updated her design on my VODs on my YouTube channel before. Is that the first time I've ever plugged my YouTube channel? Like, actually? If so, that's crazy. But yeah, there's a video where I update her character design. She's the Huntress. I was looking up what types of bows would be more applicable in a fantasy setting, and it's like, usually it's like a crossbow with a quick loading mechanism, or an easy loading mechanism, and then like a, or like a short bow. Long bows are more for actual warfare. They got more draw and firepower. A lot more force behind them, but they're slower, you know? And when you got dudes running up on you, as with most fantasy settings and conflicts, you don't need that extra time. You're gonna get clobbered, you're gonna get slashed in half. You're gonna get bludgeoned, beaten, set on fire, etc. Maybe all of the above. So a short bow seems pretty good for her, and I had to figure out how that would work. How do you string a short bow? I was looking up all sorts of stuff. There's this little subgenre called primitive archery, because modern archery, you got the freaking compound bows with like 40 wires on them, and I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. So I was trying to find an actual, more fantasy-esque bow. Bowman? Archer? Sorry. It's an archer. And that was the whole rabbit hole I went down. Well, that was fun. I did enjoy it. Oh, that's where that's gonna go. I simply must remove this. And I must put the color where it belongs. Here should do... No? Here? No. Well, these are the bed frames, so I'll just put it right beneath it. And you can have your color. Oh, now I got to erase her foot. Oh, God, everything's so wrong and bad, and I hate it. Alright, let's find out where you are. You're probably here. I knew it. God, I'm smart. And then I gotta find the line art, which is probably here. There it is. Get on out. Get on and get yourself out of this man's helmet. Go on, get. And there, she's still showing one of her feet. That's not for like a foot-based reason. It's just like an actual comic-making tip. You want to show characters' feet every once in a while. Or at the very least, the bottom of where they would be standing. just to ground them and give context to the scenery. It helps you avoid white room syndrome, which can happen in the comics as well, in comics as well as novels. White room syndrome is typically used to describe not giving enough context to the setting or surroundings, so that the reader, when reading a book, you might feel like they are just characters interacting in a white void. But in comics, I feel like you can utilize the phrase to describe characters just not being... It's like a similar thing. You're just not given enough contextual information about the surroundings themselves, and it might be hard to picture them and where they actually are. So this is a good little shot here. Also helps you to break up your shot composition, gives you a little bit more diversity to work with. Because otherwise you might just get stuck doing the same thing, like this half zoomed in shot, like this one here. There's like a face, or there's just literally a face. It's just the bust shot. A lot of voice cracks today. I need to drink water or something. Something's going wrong. You could tell I was doing that accent for way too long. It was very rough on my throat. I should not be doing that accent, or maybe I'm doing it wrong. There was another voice one. Voice one? Voice crack. Right there. Yeah. Can't be a voice actor. I don't have the chops for it. Every time I try to do a thing, it's not my normal cadence. My throat hurts. I don't know how to do it correctly. Hold on, I gotta go let my dog in. I'll be right back. Let me just write this right here. I hear them barking. I appear to have lost my pen in those 2 seconds. I have no idea how that happened. I'm gonna have to look for that now. Where could it possibly have gone? I went 2 places. How did this happen? Actually losing my mind. Ah. I see what happened. I am back. It rolled under my PC. Very cool. Okay, well. I am growing so increasingly upset. Irrationally so. This has ruined my week. And it's the most non-issue ever. Alright, I got it. Thank God. Oh. I was half tempted to just end stream because, like, well, I literally can't do anything without this pen. So, I got it. It's fine. We're good. Just fill in these lads. Alright, oh, I see a little bit of something. It looks a little dumb. I gotta go back here. Fill that in. And that too. Anything else? I think we're good. Alright, so those are the guards. I think those are the only ones we need. Let's open up page 1 again. This one. So we can get this little candle flame here. Now, where did I put that candle? There you are. Better before. Why is the zoom out being so weird? Alright. And then we'll do the multiply for the bed layer. It's my nickname in high school, the bed layer. No, it wasn't. Clip that. And then I need probably the polyline tool. See if I can just eyeball the perspective once more. I didn't realize I could do that. Oh, handy. Can I shift do it to... Oh, that's not what I thought that did. What about alt? No. How do you... Shift control? No. Shift. I could just zoom out, I guess. And then we could just do this. A little bit of an eraser tool, like a large one maybe. Give it some depth. Some bounce lighting as well. And then we'll do the same for this one. Oh god, it's slightly off. I literally can't. I can't mentally handle knowing that that is slightly wrong. I have to do it. I gotta fix it. It's like 1 pixel off. And that's enough to ruin my day. Fill that in. Get ourselves our big eraser. Just gently graze it. And then we gotta do the same for the... You know, let's hit them both at the same time. Actually, it looks wrong, which is how I know that I've done the perspective badly, but we can just ignore that and kind of free agent it, freehand it. And it'll be like we never did anything wrong. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Where are these? These are those. Sotan doesn't know what he's doing. He just makes up the perspective like everybody else. What a freaking knob. Can't believe he would do that. I can. Alright, let's do this one. That's probably my biggest crutch, or my biggest learning moment, I'll phrase it as, from doing this comic, is the power of just a lower gradient, just a slight dark shift in value towards the bottom of anything. People, it's because lighting's usually coming from above you, or above the point of the floor, usually. So you could just do a little bit of that, and it just adds a little bit more to the... It makes it look so much more believable, in my opinion. Of which I have many. Not really. I don't have that many opinions. At least 3, but no more. And then we can do a multiply for the bed layer. Clip that, do that. And then we'll do ourselves the gouache. Actually, we need another one for this little bit. Oh, we should do this. Yeah. And then we can do this. Render this pillow here. For a little bit of ambient occlusion. A little bit of ambient occlusion. Then we can, whoops. No, you don't want, you want to invert that. I think we need another one just for this shadow. We don't need another one for this shadow, but I want another one for this shadow. And then we can just darken her up. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Alright. Okay, that should be good. No. This always happens. Yeah, that should be fine. Actually, I hate it. Let me go back to this minute detail that nobody will ever even look at and adjust it slightly. Alright, there's that. And then we can do, I guess, the overlay layer. Where are the speech bubbles on this gonna even go? Show me. No, that's the wrong one. This one? I can't even see it. Make it dark. No, that's just these guys. I don't need you anymore. Be gone. What are you? Ah, there it is. So yeah, I'm gonna put them like here. I could just move it over there, make it, oh yeah, that's gonna be there. This one here, she's gonna speak this line. She's gonna speak her truth right there. Yeah, I think we can just kind of ignore this little spot. Because I feel like it. Where are these beds? They'd probably be behind it, right? Okay, they're all the same layer, the beds, so that's actually perfect. Because I can just kind of do this. What did I do for the page 1? I know, here, let me just open up page 1 with all the lighting on it so I know what I'm doing. Is it this one? I can't tell which one's the right one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it looks like I just added a glow effect on top of that. So we will be doing that. Where are you? Add glow. Glow dodge is the one that you want. There's the one, Sonny Jim. Why is it not oh, because that's the eraser. Oh. then we add the multiply layer over top of everything, because that's what I do. And everyone should. Only if you know how to use it, though. Be responsible with your multiply layers. And by responsible, I mean, like, use 80 of them. But only if you know how. And then I got the bed frames here. It would appear I need to select this, yeah. And then we will invert that. And then we will go back to our multiply layer. Let's blur that. Yeah, then we can, ooh, you know what we have to do? Where are these lads again? Not you. Deselect everything. Oh, I didn't do it on this other one here. Is this the right one? It is the right one. Okay, let's do that. I don't want to go overlay wherever these dudes are. I'll find him. There he is. The main guy of the panel. Yeah, and then I think, ooh, you know what we should do? Yeah, we should really get that one in there. Almost forgot. I mean, I guess we don't really have anything for the door, do we? Oh, we can just throw it on here. Onto the door layer. I didn't know we had one. We do. Give the door some depth. Now that's a deep door. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Oh, why is that so gross looking? Ew, where did you come from? What is this tomfoolery? I demand you be destroyed immediately. Excess multiplication. One can get too familiar with vegetables. Where's the lines? Oh yeah, this one. I wanted to do some verticals. Just because that helps orient the perspective a little bit more. Helps categorize this as a wall as opposed to a floor. Just on a quick glance. So I want a few of these in here. Just so it's a little bit less confusing. And then I need, I can just take this. Does this have any, yeah, it's got, wait, did I? Alright, that's just how it looks. So we could just take this. Then I have a perspective ruler that I can use. I should have drawn it on the above layer. Now I gotta hide the perspective ruler again. A lot of work going into this, actually. Boy, I looked at the timer and it feels. I'm looking again, and it feels like no time has passed at all. Actually, my perception of time had shifted so much that I thought time was elapsing way faster. Yo, it's Rabe's Lament, which is bear backwards, by the way. Because that's the composer's name. Bear McCreary. Little fun fact for you. Does that look right? I don't think it does. Is it even legal for songs to be as good as this one? I don't think it should be. It's distracting. Imagine if someone was driving listening to this. And then they got a Nordic barrage of inspiration and vigor, and they just started going 90 in a school zone. That's just irresponsible. I don't think this ruler is gonna work. I think we just gotta freehand it. The ultimate test of my artistry is freehanding a door, a circular door handle. This will be impossible, by the way. Wait. We did it. Okay. Perfect. Easiest thing I've ever done in my life. And then can we just hit that with the old copy pasta? Oh, that's a whole ass door. Whoops. I drew that on the wrong layer. Ahaha. Ahaha. Oops. Okay. Then we'll just do it this way. It kind of looks like an angry face, though, which I am not plussed about. This is my actual facial expression, now that I realize it looks like that. So I'm actually going to get rid of that, in the interest of preserving the seriousness of the scene. Because I don't think I could take it seriously knowing that it looks like that. And wouldn't you know it, this page is done. At least as done as I want to make it for now. I might go back and add some highlights, some touch-ups. Etc., etc. Mayhaps, perhaps, if you could imagine. And it's only been an hour. Alright, so what we gotta do is we gotta thumbnail. I gotta open up my script. Luckily, Opera GX keeps all your tabs open like magic. Everybody use Opera GX, not sponsored. Could be very easily convinced to be sponsored. For like a nickel, maybe? Wouldn't even have to be that much. Okay. Found my script. File open. File save as. Thumbnails page 14. Oh yeah, my playlist is over. I gotta find a new playlist, new music. What do I want to do? I did not plan this out. Rick and Morty, Evil Morty theme for the damaged Coda? What the hell? Attack on Titan epic version? Epic style? What? Alright. I'm clicking on it. Just give me the chorus. Oh god. I'm actually so mad. Because it's not even terrible. Oh, the Davy Jones theme suite. Hans Zimmer. Oh, that's for sure gonna get copyrighted. I don't know why I clicked on that at all. Alright, let's try some of the old reliables. Like, Ghibli Jazz Cafe. Let's do that. Oh, heck yeah. I'll drink a gallon of espresso, please. Have my heart explode. Because you know what? It's worth it. Alright, so we got this. Then I got probably a little something like this. Going back to my script. There we go. Maybe it needs to be taller, this panel. You know what we can do for this instead? We can draw this in a profile shot that I can understand better. And then we can just sort of move him on over in the correct orientation. Hmm. See what kind of annoying perspective shot I can give myself to do today. Just the perspective on this one, the scale, the relations, all that. I don't know if I like this pose or this composition for this panel. That's what these thumbnails are for. Troubleshooting phase on this one is taking a little longer than I thought. What is this hand doing? This hand that I'm drawing on the character and my own hand. What are they doing? Alright, that's one option. I actually do want to try this panel in a different orientation. Spent way too much time thumbnailing this. This would be a fine result, but I want a good result. Xenoblade style. Next part of the script. Speech bubble here, going off screen, I think. Okay. We could just do 6 panels on the page. It doesn't always have to be 7 to 8. You could cut back on a few panels though, Tan. You don't gotta freaking do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 right there. That's a lot. And one of them's big. You don't gotta do that every time. What about this one? See, this one's 3. Nice and simple. So we can just do 6 of these bad boys. It would allow me to properly place my dialogue bubbles a little better. Make it not look like as much of an afterthought. Something I still got to get better at. It's one of my weak spots I've noticed is paneling. And general structure of a page. I need to get better at that. I've been thinking about buying Witch Hat Atelier. 1, because I hear it's good, and 2, because I want it. Because it's like a masterclass in paneling in innovative and interesting ways, so you gotta do it. And I feel like I'm already doing something that I'm fond of, which definitely helps diversify my paneling and break it up a bit, and also allows certain illustrations to take up more of the page than they would otherwise, and that's these open panels right here. I do like that I've decided to do that. I stole that from Starfish Face, who does Cast Off. She has open panels on a lot of pages, and I thought that was neat, so I decided to do that. And I think it really has helped me loosen up some of the layouts. Like, this is a small little square panel. I don't know why I would put that there if I didn't have this open panel here to sort of make up for it, but I do. So it's just a little thing that allows me to be a bit more loose with my layouts than I think I otherwise would be. So that's nice. Still not sure I want this pose to be. Hello, hello, Mask. Welcome in. Sorry if you came into silence. I am focusing on thumbnails. Goblin Man, hello. Masked individual. I finished the other page. Well, I finished as much of the other page as I'm going to do for now. If you would like to see it, it's right here. Control 0. Whoops. There's that. Yeah, I was making my school schedule. Nice. So this is what I got going on. It's only been an hour 30. I feel like I do make more progress when I'm just forced to focus on the comic and nothing but the comic. Believe it or not, the chat speeds things up a little bit because I'm not focusing on the comic. So probably why it feels like I'm not making as much progress sometimes, but you know what, it's worth it. I will say these predominantly solo streams where I rant to myself or go silent for a while as I focus. I'm gonna admit it, they're a little bit more boring. But I can appreciate them for their functionality. Anyway, what's the next part of my script I got? When I'm not throwing suspicious links, yeah, I will say that does helps. It helps me focus when there's not links being thrown at me. But I do enjoy the links regardless. And TikToks, well, usually your suspicious links are TikToks, so they're kind of one and the same. And then this panel, what do I want to do for this panel? What do I want to establish? Because he's like right here. And the door opens across the room. They're looking over there. This guy comes in through the door. She's like, and they're facing the door. Then we're profile. Then we're like turned back around. We're slowly rotating the camera. Then we turn back to face this way. And he's over here. He's looking at him. Or like profile shot. So they would be walking towards the other end, this end of the room again, with the beds on it. Continuity is hard, boys. It should do nicely for this panel here. We'll just do them walking past this dude. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. God. Will this prologue ever come out? I don't know, dude. But what I can do is try. Let's take this, and then we'll delete all of these. And then we can save it again. Take this color, get the panels all set up. We got a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then we subdivide. Just like over here. Well, let's check. We can literally look. I actually did it the wrong way. And then we got here. And this is gonna be like slightly over here. And then we got this funny looking thing. And this is gonna be subdivided into 2. Whoa, what happened there? Why does that look so wacky? Is that something with my tool specific things? Vertical gutter, horizontal adjacent. I don't know, maybe it's just not meant to do that. Interesting. Oh god. I bruised a rib at my job the other day. A pallet hit me right in the chest. So I've been dealing with that for the past few days. Very cool, very pog. I do love just feeling wounded every time I move. I looked up how long it takes a bruised rib to heal. It could take like weeks. That's annoying. I hope that doesn't happen for me. I didn't hit myself that bad, I don't think. But I did. The moment it happened, I was like, oh man. This is gonna at least have some lasting repercussions. The thing about a bruised rib that's messed up is it doesn't even show up either, so you can't even like prove to people that you got a bruised rib. You just have one. And that's annoying. Just take my word for it, bro. Right now, which panel do we want to delete? Or, delete the border of, rather. What does 12 look like? 12 has an open panel. 11 has an open panel. We could just leave them all closed. It's okay to have a page with all closed panels. That's how they do it. That's how they did it back in the day. That's how Dad does it. It's how America does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far. But which one would benefit from more space? I do like this. Whoa, I didn't even know I could do whatever I just did. Alright. Why does that happen? I need this to be adjusted. There, that looks fine. And now we can do our little copy-paste thumbnails here. God, look how loose this is. Nobody could even tell. If I sent this to an editor, they would just kill me on the spot. They'd be like, what are you trying to do to me? In fact, there's no way anybody could decipher this. Except for me. And that's what thumbnails are for. Like, look, you try to tell me what's going on in this panel. You literally can't. I bet you $1 billion you will not get this on your first guess. What's going on here? Who's any of this? What is any of this? Undecipherable. Unintelligible. The thumbnails are just for me. Now this thumbnail I actually pretty much... I like this one. It's pretty good. Alright, there's that one. And then we'll take... I don't know which... We'll just keep panel 3 open for now. Because I'm not too sure what I want to do with that. And we'll just take panel 4. Panel 3, I got some ambitions going on in my head. Which is how you know it's dangerous. Going for some weird perspective shot that I don't think I'm fully capable of executing on in the way that I desire. I've also been wondering if my font size is a little too large. I know you never get to see that part of the business because I don't allow it. Because that would reveal the story before it is ready. But sometimes my words do be taking up space. Like, at least this panel is kind of intelligible. Like, you can kind of get what's going on. You can get there's people. And even roughly which ones they are based on this thumbnail. But the other ones, that first one in particular, is like, oh my god, what do you even want? I'm so glad I don't work with a line artist. And I'm just me. I'm just like a guy. Just one guy, just one Spider-Man. Or woman. We don't know for sure. And then this one, we'll just take this gentleman. Put him on down here. Get him on over there. Make him big. I think we need to do some readjusting. Maybe you should take up more of the foreground, I don't know. Ooh, you know what we could do? We could draw him in the background of this panel. And I think maybe if we just like raise him up. Nah, I don't like it. At least not that version of it. I actually don't think that this speech bubble would be this big, so maybe we can fix that. Be like this big at most. Based on my script here, it's a very small phrase. And then we can file save this as... What page are we on? It's page 15, but I have to label it page 14. Okay, there's that. I guess we can work on this panel because it's the most clear what's going on. So we can just do that. We have the power and the technology. Seeing as I actually know what this panel is supposed to look like, let's just jump into it. Nah, that didn't look right. Let's get some of these clothing folds in, since I did study these. I still feel out of practice, and I just did those a couple months ago. A few months ago? I don't know. Time is a blur. And a flat circle. I'm not even sure what that means, but I've heard it before. There's also some of those people that think the world is flat and they know what's going on beyond the the frozen Arctic wall. And then I think somebody said it best on Twitter when they said, yo, the world building for the flat earth kind of goes hard. And it's and it kind of did. I wish I could find that tweet. I wouldn't even know what to look for. I guess the world building for flat earth goes hard. My dog is doing that in his sleep, so... If you heard that, that's what that was. Yeah, the flat earth world building does go kind of hard though. Oh god, I forgot Twitter is X now. Ugh, everything sucks, dude. Ugh. Dog. Yeah. That probably picked up on Mike. It was very loud in my room. Oh yeah, so check this out. Here it is. You got the world as we know it. You'll know all the continents. Then you got the ice walls, alright? That's Antarctica as we know it. And then outside of the ice wall, you got the Neptunian Ocean. And of course the continents Aten, which are bigger than some of the continents that we have in this world combined. Geminia. Pitatia, or Pitatia, not really sure. Solitaire Ocean. Wonder what goes on there. The Atian Ocean, Atom. And this whole other continental wall, the Mountain Ring, as it's called. Is that Libius? I can't read that, it's too small. And then beyond that, this giant world, bigger than anything we've ever experienced, Hunter x Hunter style, there's another outer ocean ring, full of Magellan's Isles, Nemo, Osiris and Isis Islands, and the Isles of Anubis. So basically, ancient Egyptian mythology is real, and this is where they are. Telekinesia, Formosa Ultima, Lemuria, Atlantis, that's real, and it's over here next to the Abyssal Ocean, naturally. What goes beyond the Abyssal Ocean, who knows? There's Horus just hanging out in this little landlocked water bit here. Odin, the Walls of Asgard, Norse mythology, also obviously real. As we all know, that's where all that goes on. The Scorched Wastes. I don't know, I guess the Maze Runner universe is canon to real life as well. The Frozen Wastes. That's where Santa Claus lives. You thought he lived down here? No, he lives out there in the Frozen Wastes. Very far away. And he gives presents to way more people than we thought he did. These continents, he's got to worry about Isis and Osiris and every single of Magellan's Isles. Every little freckle on this map. So yeah, the world building for the Flat Earth world is pretty nuts. I don't even have half of that level of world building for my comic yet. And I don't know if I ever will. I'll try. I'll try, man. It's just like, it's a lot to take in and understand and process. I wish somebody would have told me that freaking Asgard and Egypt were real, though. Or like, well, I know Egypt is real. I mean, Egyptian mythological figures. Egypt is real. I know Egypt is real. You don't gotta tell me that. I know Egypt is a real place in this world. At least, that's what they want me to think. And so I do. Because I'm not one for confrontation. Alright, now I gotta open up this man's character. Because I did draw him in profile, I think. Yeah, he's down here. I don't think this is going to be entirely accurate, but it'll give me a baseline for what he's supposed to look like from the side. Should not be drawing characters sideways. I can barely draw them upright. Oh, you know, I'm forgetting about a thing I literally just learned how to do. You can just do this. Look at that. Now it's upright. Easy. Man, art is so easy as long as you just remember every tool at your disposal. Otherwise, it's impossible. If you don't remember every tool, ever, you will never learn anything. So it's the art wizard. I'm just learning spells on the fly here. You don't have to be impressed, but you're allowed to be if you want to. I'm a big honker, because that's what old people have. Oh yeah, can you do special arts when you play Street Fighter 6? Can I do it specifically, or can people do it in general? Because the answer to the question to both of them is yes. Assuming I know what you're talking about when you say special arts. Just that I can't do them, the input doesn't register. You're talking about the super moves, right? The supers and just critical art stuff? Or are you talking about EX moves, or both? Super moves, yeah, they're a little bit finicky sometimes. And you're playing Ken, right? Yeah, I know. I've had a bit of I've had my own troubles with getting those to come out. I usually just kind of mash them, to be honest with you, while I'm in the middle of a combo. That way it just kind of auto-links into it after a bit. More often than not. Sometimes I still mess it up. But that's just, you know, me. Like the very big Hadouken, isn't that like a Ryu thing? But yeah, I don't think I had anything, any special tips to get super inputs out better. I had one for EX moves, which was rebinding the, like, hit multiple punch buttons. I just rebound that to, like, one of the bumpers. I think, like, the left bumper. And left trigger for kicks. And that seemed to work pretty good for me, for doing EX moves more consistently. Because those... Whoops. Those always gave me a problem. When I didn't rebind those keys, or those buttons. I am liking how this is turning out so far. We'll probably finish the line work for this panel, or at least, you know, the part that I normally do. I don't normally do the faces, because they take a little bit more concentration out of me. I did just know, I checked earlier today, because I was looking up tips for paneling, because I'm not, like, bad at paneling, I don't think. I think I can safely say that I'm at least serviceable at paneling. I'm okay at paneling. I get the job done, clearly. Like, I know my basic, try not to break the 180-degree rule, vary your camera angle. Like, when you read this page, it's pretty clear what's going on. Like, they're standing here, there she is, and then they're established here in a wider shot. Then this door opens, they look over towards the direction of the door opening, then we go back to that, we cut back to that shot, reverse shot, and then lady. Because the lady was established here, we already know where that is in the room. So everything's clear in a directional sense. I think I'm okay at paneling, for the most part. Here we got wide shot, or extreme wide shot, zoom in, into the interior of the location. It's fine, you know? Nothing is, like, busted, in my opinion. But I noticed there, I was looking up, I was on the Tapas forums, and I brought up this series on the stream like once or twice before called Errant, and the creator of that series is still active on those forums to this day, and I just thought that was neat. Like, I checked their profile, and it's like last post, like 27 minutes ago, last seen, currently online, or something like that. And it's like, my god, how do you find the time? Do you find the time to make a comic? The creator, they made Errant. I forget the name of their actual account. I think it's like Darth Mongoose or something like that. Something pretty lol random. Of course, mine is Zotan. So, what does that say about me? That doesn't mean anything. Maybe I'm the lol random. But it's like, I just don't get it, man. How do you have time to be a creator of a comic and also have the free time to go on a forum and help people with stuff? Doing a civic duty most of us could not ever hope to achieve with the amount of time we have in the day. Which means they're probably able to work on it full time. A luxury I do not have. Though I'd like to. That's what we're working towards. It might take a long time, might never happen. But it would be nice. Even if I could just, like, shift into a part-time job. Because of income I made off of this comic. That would be a step in the right direction, right? That'd be neat. This freaking full-time nighttime job. The graveyard hours. I won't say they're taking their toll on me, I'm pretty much well adjusted by this point, but they are still rough, I would say. I wouldn't recommend it for the everyman with stuff they gotta do. Like, if you were still in school, absolutely do not do what I am doing. Freaking graveyard hours. What are you, insane? Don't do that. God, the Jazzy Mononoke ones are probably the worst. Like, everything else sounds fine. Something about this, like, grand orchestral, or is this the Nausicaa one? Anything with, like, a grand... Yeah, this is the Nausicaa one, I think. Yeah. I always confuse that. There's certain Ghibli songs that do not make the shift into jazz cafe bossa nova beats very well. This is one of them. That part sounds fine. The main melody sounded fine just then. Alright, let's rotate this back and see how he looks. See, he looks great. Well, he looks bad, but that's the point. He's supposed to look beat up and scrungly. See what it looks like without all that. Just wanted to get this one little hair strand a little better. There, that looks good. Let's flip it and just make sure. Yeah, I like that panel. That's a good one. good. And we'll draw his little glasses. And his little face another time. But we're on a new page. So that feels reinvigorating. Can finally just click X on this one. Oh, feels therapeutic almost. New thumbnails, new horizons. New beginnings. We still gotta figure out what we're gonna do with panel 3, but that's future Zotan's problem. Frick that guy, he's lame and he smells. Presumably. And I just want to open up my thumbnail again. Where did my... oh, there it is. I'm going to change all my profile pictures so that this is it. Because if you'll notice, my current profile picture is the old thumbnail. So that will just simply not do any longer. But yeah. That's it for me today. Cutting it off a little short because I am so tired, to be honest with you. It's a miracle I even got done what I did today. So, yeah. Thank you for stopping by, Mask. Appreciate it. Good luck with the super moves. They are a little weird sometimes. At least you're not playing Zangief, doing 720 motions. That's all I can say. But yeah, more comic later. Tomorrow? I don't know. Might be asleep. Who knows? And, bye-bye.